Okay, so Pete is the only smart person at this conference who also is wearing shorts with me. I don't know what everyone else is doing, but this is clearly the move, and we're here. Pete, welcome to Gift Masters in real life. How's it going?
Thank you, Morgan. It's going well. How are
Awesome.
you?
I'm loving it. The vibes are high, and we're here. So let's dive
Poolside.
into gifting, though. So when it comes to gifting, what what is personally the best gift that you have received ever in your life?
Ever in my
Ever
life?
in your life?
Oh boy. Um, it's always something personalized. So I used to work in lighting design,
Yeah.
and this was my first career. And one of the best gifts I ever got was a bouquet for an opening
Okay.
that was made out of light bulbs instead of flowers. It was like totally on point for lighting
Oh,
design.
that's sick.
It was this bouquet of light bulbs, and there were wrapped wires for the stems, and it was perfectly thoughtful. um you know just dead on me.
Wow. And you still have this.
I don't still have it.
Oh, all right. Well, still sick though. That's still sick. I've never even heard that before. I didn't know you can even do that. That's awesome. Okay, so before we got into the interview, you told us you've done a lot of gifting.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of people out there that are trying to do gifting, obviously from a marketing standpoint. What is the thought process that you go through when you are looking to send a gift?
So I tend to think of gifting in a couple ways. Obviously there's appreciation, there's affinity building, there's all of that. Depends on where you are in the cycle, obviously. I love to think of pattern interrupt. So as marketers, we're drowning in all the channels and all the noise and all the this and that, and there's something powerful about the ability to drop something thoughtful in front of somebody that's a physical manifestation that drops on their desk, right? Like, it's not lost in an email box, it doesn't get filtered out, it doesn't get lost in a text thread. It's a package that's sitting on your desk.
I really like that. And when you're thinking about, hey, this is that visual representation of really connecting with somebody. What type of feedback have you gotten when you receive a thoughtful gift, and like how has it built relationships over the long term for your career?
Yeah, I always think about leading with intention. I think about I think a lot about um, helping humans feel seen and valued, and inherently, we all want to feel like we matter and
Yeah,
like we mean
100%.
something. And so just the pure act of intentional gifting and intentional thought, and you've taken 30 seconds to think about me and what I like or dislike, and really how to either show that gratitude or help build affinity. I think it goes a long way. The you know Service is what you do, hospitality is how you make somebody feel. And the the ability to gift well and to be a thoughtful gift giver, I think, is really about hospitality. It's not about giving more, it's about making sure people feel seen and valued and heard. And so that's kind of what I think about in terms of either pattern interrupt in terms of sparking a relationship, or in terms of expression of gratitude.
I like how you said hospitality, because really that's just what it is, right? If you go to, I mean, where we're at right now, you come in this resort, they give you a mocktail, you're like, the vibes are high. I was like, yo,
Vibes
I'm
are high.
feeling great. Like, but then you realize everyone else is getting a mocktail, so then I was like, maybe not. But all in seriousness though, like you come in and like you are getting something that doesn't happen in other places.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the hospitality, and you're like, wow, I want to come back, right? And
Yeah.
probably most people feel that way coming in. And you're saying obviously the same with the gifting. So how the way that I think about this is like you're building those brand ambassadors for the long term, not only for your actual business, but also being brand ambassadors for yourself, for your own brand personally.
For sure.
And what impact have you seen there, right? As you've been doing a lot of gifting.
Yeah, I mean, I've I don't know. So I do this open to help thing,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
great, by the way.
thank you. And it's really just about lending a hand, and it's done without expectation of return. There's legitimately no expectation of anything, and yet people have been super gracious about whether it's inviting me to an event, or I'm getting a custom pair of walkaways from Yapto, or like whatever it is. There have been some benefits from that where uh, inherently that people are seeing that brand, they're reflecting it. um, and I think the same is true for givers, right? That's on the receiving end. But being thoughtful and and intentional um, about building your brand in a way that reflects generosity and hospitality. I think brand ambassadorship is really born out of that sense of connection and brand affinity um, and reciprocity, honestly.
Yeah. Well, Pete, we're wrapping it up here with a recap. The one thing I'm hearing from you that's important is figure out how to have a hospitality mindset more than anything when you're doing
For
gifting,
sure.
so that people can truly receive that gift with care, right? That came from you and with the thoughtfulness. So, Pete, thanks so much for your time.
You got it, man.
Hope to see you on the next one.